After that, if I can eliminate all of those, then I can go to the neck. Now, you might have a couple other things you can do. You might be able to bring the feet back in to push me away, right? But those are like the steps that I'm passing. And we see this all the time. Like, why do we block this hip when our knee is blocking on this side and this is blocking this? Why? Because his way out, meaning pushing me back to the reverse way through the gauntlet, is he has to get his hips out. If he can't move his hips, then he can't push me back farther down the gauntlet backwards, right? So I block this. So what happens is he winds up trying to move, like you shrimp out, but without being so smart about your knee, right? And what do? I just chase it. You shrimp out, I chase it, shrimp out, I chase it, right? So then we just get in this pattern where he's trying to move and I keep taking back the space. So eventually, and that's that rhythm that Tanner always talks about. You do something, I react. You do something, I react. The door's open for one of us to add an anomaly to the game. But if I just keep doing something and you just keep reacting, then eventually you're going to catch on and be like, okay, every time he does this, I do that, and you know how to do this time. So, why am I chasing him? I'm chasing him because I don't want his hips to get out. Why is he moving his hips out? He has to get his hips out if he wants to push me back down the gauntlet. So, eventually, what we do as lower belts is we know that we have to get our hips out. So we fight like hell to get our hips out. Go ahead and keep moving, and I keep chasing. You keep moving, and I keep chasing. And he's doing exactly what he should be doing with his frames, right? Because he's protecting his head. But at some point, he's got to address what's blocking his hips. It's my arm. It's not my smashing, right? It's here. And I'm not going for his neck right now. So he doesn't need to. Now, if I change, so he can move his hands. So if he goes and takes away his arm, let's say you go behind the elbow, pull it forward. Now he can move his hip out, right? Now shrimp out that way. See? So now it's like he took away what was blocking him. Now he can push me farther back down the gauntlet, right? So I kind of explained two things at once there. If I'm here and I go to attack, now he has to address that. And he's gonna frame on my hands, he's gonna block this so his head doesn't get control, right? He's gonna address that. But now his hips are free. So now if I go from here, which Tanner dislikes, right? We're just holding on for dear life. Why am I holding on for dear life? Because he can't move. And I think I'm safe, but I also can't attack him from here. So it doesn't really do me any good. So at some point I have to come up and I go to attack him. Well, his hips are free. Okay, fine. I'm going to block his hips. Okay, well now he doesn't have to worry about his neck at all because I can't choke him with one arm. So now he can take his other arm and remove the thing that's the biggest obstacle for him. Now he can get his hips out, now he can get his knees back in, and he's back through. We're back to this game. So I don't know if that helps, but it's like the whole big picture is you're trying to advance to storm the castle. He's trying to push you back away from the castle.
Yeah, and more so what I meant was like, Steve talked about it on Monday. I have a really bad habit of trying to muscle things versus just doing it. It works fine with, even with Greek to some extent, just because when I hit my more conscious about it, there's more practice technique. But it's never more with Kenny, it's never with TJ, there's more with Tanner, there's more with you. My brain defaults to that.
Yeah.
Like even with people at like similar skill levels, just knowing like in the moment, I can do the techniques for the most part on some of the stuff, but knowing what to use when and then recognizing the openings for things is where I struggle with stuff. It's like we can all do when we drill when it's set up.
Yeah.
Knowing when to move to what or what to set up to change things together is where I start.
Yeah. And either of you guys have anything to add to that, like, scenario? Because I have something, but just to let other people add into it.
I really appreciate what you're saying. So I'm coming into this with like a competitive CrossFit, I'm going to come in and determine mindset, as opposed to, say, like a yoga, or learning how to dance mindset. I hear what you're saying. I'm trying to defend, and you're trying to chain things together, and so there's that kind of mental gap in there. So yeah, this is a great conversation.
So at each stage of your progression, it doesn't matter how far. But I think of increments. The first 6 months, I already told you, you're like there because you have that athletic and your grappling experience. You have a law enforcement experience, so both of your approaches to what we're doing are different. I'm not saying it's better or worse. You're going to watch. He and I have different jiu-jitsu, but what you do see is as you progress in your jiu-jitsu, it still falls back to that whole thing I said. If you're defensive, you're trying to create space. Either frame, bridge, or guard. If you're on the offense, you're trying to take away their space. And that's what he's capturing the hips and the shoulders. When you see he and I roll, we're going to be comfortable in, it looks like we're comfortable in bad situations. Inside controls, getting smashed by either one, any of you, I got to keep my elbows tight because I have a tendency to do this from boxing out and like popping the rib. And I'm being tight. If you go to now, I got to get tight with my elbows like this. So if he goes about it, he doesn't have to know what I'm saying. I'm comfortable here. Not, I shouldn't be here, so I'm screwed up. But I'm trying to get to this. And if I'm inside control, I got to get to this frame where I'm bridging into him or keeping him off me to rotate him this way, pushing him south, getting my hips in and out, or trying to get him off me. So it's the same thing what he's doing, but we're countering. So if he comes into side control on me, he's not going to let me get here. He's going to have me here. Right? So what is he doing? He's going my space. He's controlling my heel. This cross shoulder, I got to get my frame, build it, and then here's where I'm like, okay, I know this is where I need to be. This is where I got to start. It's not zero. Right? So if I frame him and just bridge straight up, he's just going to let me do that all day. It's just like, so I got to create this frame here and this. I'm not preventing him from anything. He's going to bring his knee in. He's going to lock my shoulder and my hips. When he gets stuck, he's going to drop his right hip onto my hip. He wants to. So now I'm contending with this shoulder and this. So I push up, and he drives back down. And that weird, and back and creates two. So it's all that give and take that we're giving each other. So as I adjust, he adjusts. You're going to have to find a way where you can push it south. If they get in that reverse judo, or prison time. Or create a space where you can either wrestle up or guard. And that's all it really is. It doesn't have to be like, I gotta get on top. I gotta get my frames, I gotta bridge, and I gotta shrimp.
Yeah, there's always a sequence of events. If you try to shrimp out without moving my arm, you are going to be stuck forever because I continue to block your arm. You get to move, I get to move. You get to move, I get to move. Right? So you have to anticipate what my move is going to be, which you just saw it, so it's not like you have to guess. You just saw my move. Right? So if you're in my guard, and this is my move, and you pick it up, this is my move, you pick it up, right? Exactly. So now you've seen my move, and now you're saying, I'm not going to let that be, come get me, I'm going to change it up. So what I would suggest with what you just told me was, you're trying to use your strength and you feel like yourself, you're going to your strength. One, I would identify like, what is the reason you're here? Why are you in this building? This is not strength training, right? So what you're trying to do is master the art of using your body like a chess piece in order to subdue somebody. And in doing so, there's positioning and technique and whatever that's helping you do that. So one is like, just remember that. You're not here to necessarily win. You're here to gain the experience or gain the skill set, the knowledge, the tools to be able to eventually not use your strength as an asset. But two, just you got to look at where you're at in the game and what am I either trying to how am I either trying to advance or how is he trying to restrict me? And it's not a guessing game. I just told you the whole game of jiu-jitsu is feet, knees, hips, long arms, short arms, hands, neck. So where am I in that progress, right? And how am I being stopped
like I'm feeling like I can't. So if you're half guard and you're attacking me, and he's on top, and he's in that process, he's past my feet, he's almost past my knees, right? And I'm sitting here on the bottom, and I'm like, okay, I feel like I'm about to get past. So it's like, okay, I'm just gonna sit here and I'm blocking here. I'm protecting my head, I'm protecting my head, I'm protecting my head. Why? Because I'm just trying to get out of I'm trying to push him back further through the run, and I know that he's really close to the prize. So I'm just here. I'm just blocking here. So what's he doing? He knows he has to control my head to go through the prize, or to get to the prize. So he's going to do something to eliminate what I'm blocking him, how I'm blocking him, right? So I think if you look at the game, like the progression of the game, and you're sitting there like, okay, I'm really strong and I'm holding on for dear life here, but I'm going to be at the neck and I'm not at the neck. So why am I? So what is restricting me from getting to the neck, or what is even restricting me from finishing, right? And then I'm going to look at that, and it's like, and it's always going to be a little knee that's somewhere. It's going to be a little hip. It's going to be a little grip, and you're going to have to stop what you're doing and get rid of that grip before you try to advance. It's like trying to get a submission before you have control. You're never going to finish it. You got to have control. Then you can take off that one piece, which again, it's not going to be. It shouldn't be a mystery. You just got to slow down enough to figure out like, what the heck is, why can't I get rid of this? And you're going to look at it and you're like, oh, right there, he's got my grip, right? It's like you're down and it's Del Vivo, right? It's just like you got my leg, right? And I'm like, and I'm like trying to do this, or I'm doing this, right? And it's like, wait, why can't I advance? Oh, he's got my foot. Here I am, like doing this, and I'm doing this, and I'm trying, and it's like I can't move. It's like, why can't I move? So you gotta be like smooth enough and slow enough to just be like, oh, yeah. If I'm gonna get around his feet, then I have to go backwards and around. He's got my leg, so I gotta take this off. Now I gotta turn this up. Now what's he gonna do? He's gonna grab it again. Duh. Right? That's fine. Now we're in the game. So now he goes to grab it again, and maybe instead of letting go, like I did, maybe I hold on. So now he can't grab it. Maybe I'm gonna, use my frame here. Or I'm gonna push into him. Right? So he can't just go right back to the same thing. But now it's like, okay, now it's different. Now what potentially in my way? Let's say he's here, right? Okay, well he doesn't have, we're here. Okay, well it's not his hands anymore, it's this knee. I can't get around this knee. So what's the knee? Okay, I'm gonna remove the knee. Okay, well now he's got the foot here. What's up, buddy? Okay, so I'm gonna remove the foot. Oh, the knee comes back. Oh, now he's on my hands again. Okay. Well, I don't like anything that he's doing to restrict me from getting to his hips. So I'm just unwinding whatever that is, the whole game.
And it comes so fast. There's so many things that are happening. So it's the checkers as opposed to the chess, and understanding how the castle and the rook, all that stuff moves to set that.
Time on.
This is where I was get stuck is turning checkers when he's playing chess. Because I get stuck in the what's right in front of you versus like I can kind of feel it with you and Terrence Pro. I can feel you guys setting that stuff because you know what I'm gonna do. Like 3 moves down. Because you know what I'm gonna do with what you're talking about. That's right. They would walk right into it or like if I need to control somebody else, I'm advancing.
So 2 things. One, when you have a situation where you're having problems with a position, understand what the opposite of the problem of the situation is. If you're saying you're getting stuck in side control, which up to black belt you will, it doesn't stop. It just every is ready. How good are you at maintaining side control without muscle? Right? So if you know what it takes to be an effective side control top, then you'll be able to mitigate the defense. Same thing like riding a bike or rafting or surfing or snowboarding. He's at the point where he's riding a bike and he's not even worried about the pockets. The pockets there, bro. Same thing with driving. You subconsciously or fucking black belt driving. It's probably with your phone, you're not supposed to, right? Right. Yep. My wife fucking does that. But anyways, my point is, he's got 14, 15 almost years of jiu-jitsu. I got 7, So, yeah, that's what you're dealing with. You You've got 3, 5. Okay.
Well,
Breaks to the training. So you're legitimately exposed to 5 years of it, and even if you weren't on the match, you were thinking about it. You've got years of grappling. Even though you weren't wrestling the whole time, you've got years of grappling. So, biggest thing is like feeling the controls that I've got. Like, so I get you inside control, and you'll be able to see this. As an untrained in your line of work, people don't know what to do. They're gonna hug you, right? And all you do, and you're really good at controlling me like law enforcement. I can feel military law enforcement. You just sprawl. And because we're shorter and thicker, this is a comfortable position. I'm putting all my pressure with it. Okay. So I'm gonna be challenged. But what I'm doing is I'm controlling the zip with my elbow. So where do you feel that you have to deal with right now? If I'm sprawling like this, and I'll have my knees connected to you. What do you think you have? So again, that's not even doing frames. Remember frames? I want you to get that hand out of. But that allowed him to get his hip in. Because I was sprawled out. So this is why I was saying just controls. My control is this shoulder on this knee on this left cheek right here, and I'm bringing my elbow through. I'm not squeezing them. I'm bringing my knee and elbow together, so now I'm not giving him these. You use that frame. It's compressed. So I'm not being heavy. Go ahead and move. I'm just staying connected. Wherever he does, I'm just staying connected. I'm keeping my face. Any space he tries to make. Here. His hips. Control this hip and shoulder. Sometimes you cross.
And let me just add another like big principle: base and posture. So when you say I'm 3 steps ahead of you and I know what you're going to do, you're giving me too much credit.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're going to do. All I'm thinking about is break your posture, control, take away one of your posts, right, from the bottom, break your posture, take away a post, and wait until you move or you squirm, and I can just gently sweep you. Or from the top, what am I thinking about? Don't break posture, and don't lose a post. That's all I'm thinking about. So when we're scrambling and I'm looking around, right, and I see that you're scrambling like this, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna take that motion, right? So it's not that you're doing move X, Y, Z, and I go through my catalog real quick. Move X, Y, Z, how do I come right on my right side? Oh, it's move A, B, C. No, I'm never thinking that. I don't even know what the moves are. All I'm thinking about is I'm in a bad spot. I'm compromised. He's way too deep in the gauntlet. I need to protect my head. How do I protect my head? Here comes his arm. Protect my head. So there's this like hierarchy of movements or positions or skills, or prizes, right? That I'm trying to protect along the way. So, and then of course, you realize how to tweak a technique to make it more effective. There is a point where I am highly technique focused, because you're like, why am I not getting this? And then there's some tweaks to that. But 80% of the game for me is just thinking about breaking posture, keeping him deep in my gauntlet, looking for how I'm going to take away a post, maybe a little push-pull, right? So Mike Bruck did a great little exercise yesterday. I didn't show him. Do that again. So we're just coming in, and it's this shin-to-shin
Yeah. Shin.
So we're taking the knee here, and our head's kind of slamming in as we're falling to our side, and then bam, we're coming through to the single X and putting our weight into this heel, right?
So now I adjust my weight.
Yeah, so here versus here. I'm blocking this foot so it can't move. The whole reason I got us in here was because of the push-pull. So this game in jiu-jitsu where I want him to go that way. If I go that way first, I'm never going to get it. I always have to go this way, right? If I push him, what's he going to do? Lower his base, right? If I want to grab his collar, if I want to grab his collar and I can't, what do? Push him away. Why? What's he going to do? He's going to thank you. Just gave him the collar. So you got to remember that part. where I'm going to push here, and I'm going to push here. I'm going to, just going to rock him a little bit until he's just unbalanced, and then we're going to boom. Right? So, I'm protecting my base and posture, or I'm obstructing your base and posture, using pressure to my advantage, right? Either way, or resisting pressure, looking how I'm going to take away a post, and if I can't get something, then I'm going to start to play this push-pull game and try to get it. That's 90% of my jiu-jitsu, is remembering those things. And again, that was 10 minutes. We can talk about those same 10 minutes every single day, and that would greatly improve your game. I can't say that. It's greatly improve my game.
Structure-based posture.
Yeah. Right.
First thing I said,
So-
first 2 weeks. So, we usually see things go over side control, but then also what he's talking about is how do you operate from open guard? Because when I do with him, he's on his feet, and I'm on my butt. We always look off as a white belt. We go, okay, I'm doing jiu-jitsu now. I mean, this is even advanced. Usually you start here, and this is where you don't have your toes ahead in front of you, feet knees out. So I always start like this. Or even yesterday I start like this. Because he pushes on my head and I'm sitting on my ass and I'll fall back. But here, I'm kind of based. Kind of close. This is how you get to the shape coming like this. But if you're already fighting from your back, all you gotta do is mitigate your knees. He's in side control. So it depends on where you're at on the scale right now. Right? So let's do, you're on top, and then we'll switch whichever one. We're doing side control. You think, you know,
Yeah,
we'll
fine.
go to side control?
Yeah.
And then we'll go to this open guard. So as you come in, I'm not really trying to go get on your feet. I'm not really trying to win here. This is for the top person. He's got to pass me guard, however he's going to do it, he's going to grab the knees or whatever. And then he's going to try to be better than he's getting side control. And then see how he controls me. And then Scott and I are going to watch you guys. And what is he doing now? He's controlling my breathe, frame, shrimp, I can't be guard.
So Josh, in that thing, what I want you to think about is I gotta maintain control because I can't advance without control because that's like breaking the order of operations. And then what's the next thing I'm trying to control? It's his neck, right? Then what you're gonna see is the best way for me to, he's got his arms all over me. Doggone it. I want to get rid of this. So you're gonna try to get rid of those because you're trying to advance to the neck and those are keeping you from the neck. It's that simple. So you're going to try to get rid of those and you're not going to do it. So one way to get his hands off your body is to threaten the neck. You threaten the neck, you start to act like you're going to choke the neck and those hands are going to come off of your body and they're going to start to address your grip on his neck. Now it's different. Now he's not pushing you away. So now you got to deal with these. But guess what? His arms aren't here now. So now I can advance to a more dominant position here. Right? So you gotta so when you're sitting here and he's doing all this, you're just like, okay, wait, I'm trying to get there. He's blocking me here. How can I get these off of me? Okay, I can't let the hips run away because that's gonna lose. So I gotta maintain the hips and I gotta do something about these arms. They keep bothering me, right? So you can just, whatever you think about, you can staple one here. You can start to choke here. You could totally abandon and go to the neck. And if you feel like you have enough control and enough, you want to do a paper cutter, you're going to get him real quick to address that. But that's kind of like a little bit of a Hail Mary. You don't have total control and then you're just like oozing onto the neck. You're like trying to catch him in a move where he pushes you there. You're trying to get that off and sink in. One, that's kind of where you get hurt a lot. Is those quick like, oh, I got an opening, and then somebody gets poked in the eye or something. So a better version is to just be, as he's moving, I'm just doing these short little motions. This is a problem, it's blocking me, so I'm gonna block it with my head now. Now it can't really affect me. Right, this one's still a problem. I'm gonna trap it. Now it's different. And I really didn't give up any big movements. See that? I didn't really go for anything big. So here again, just for giggles, right?
So I gotta maintain this. I can't go for the neck now. So again, I'm gonna use my head. So I didn't give up anything there. Now I can control this, keep it out of my way. See how he's pushing me here? I want to get rid of that. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna go this way, make him think he's doing a great job, and then I'm gonna go whoop, that way. Now these are gone. Boom, I can start to gift wrap. I can go to collar. But again, you're here, and he's pushing, okay, he's even just pushing me here, okay? So I'm gonna push against him super hard. What's he gonna do? He's gonna push back. I'm gonna get rid of him. But if I just go straight into the pressure, well, it's exactly what he wants me to do. So I gotta play a little bit of a game here. So there's a bunch of different options we just saw on how to get rid of these arms. I can push in, and then I can, boom, release. He's gonna leave this one up. I'm gonna start to attack the neck. I'm gonna use my head here to block. Boom, super tight still. That's out of the equation now. I can start to attack here. This one's still a problem. So I can, straight act like I'm gonna Americana him here, right? I can pin it here. Now the neck's open and I got no arms. I like this, much better. So just how I would deal with that situation. I wouldn't think, oh, he's pushing on me, I gotta go to something. No, it's like, these are problems, I'm trying to get there. I'm gonna just figure out how I can remove those. And it's like, it's not working. Okay, I'm gonna go this way, this way, this way, throw them off. So anyways,
You come on top and then we're practicing, you guys can get paired
why
up.
don't you guys go here? Let me roll in,
Yeah.
and then let's just go side control. If you advance, we reset,
Yeah.
rather than let me get out
So
of
we'll
control.
see or
So why don't you guys go here,
and then we'll switch up. So I want you to feel heavy.
rather than why don't
That
we?
person I intentionally got out for seconds and years because it's basically
Okay, John, so you're gonna pass my feet just any way you want.
I will turn it. So I can take this ring and your head is going to be on my shoulder in any way you want. You're going to have heavy prevents me from playing in front of you. So this control is going to be your elbows and your right knee going through my body because you're just staying connected, right? So now you're going to be effective. So if I move, you just take up that position. A lot more resistance than I just need you to be able to wet blanket. As I move, let me move and then follow me through here. That's all you need. This is all you need to do. When you just yourself, you're being controlled. You're not using your weight. You're not doing your strength. As I do this, go down, hip, under my head, now I got that. This is all you need to do from top. Obviously, it's endless, and you're going to keep going up. But I want you to feel like you're going to mitigate whatever I feel. And you're going to perfect side. And you go to the bridge, dance flat, bridge. You find out what you can bridge hard and bridge over your eyes, over your shoulder. Bridge you straight up, and you say, right down. To the side. You will be side to the position.
Mike, let him rotate through to you. Yep. Then I'll take Josh.
Technically, just get up, frame on. Balls out. You're good, just grab it.
Just stand by so they're not going to
This is too bad we can't have any controls. So this part's just they feel right. Walking speed, just making sure you remember. So we're going to start with the same thing. And this is going to come on your elbow. totally so down there, running on and I get my horses. Here, friends. Start walking that right here. Show them more with this underwood. So, you're gonna have like that. Smash it. In really good position. I want you guys to do now. Now it's like, this is trapped. All you do is move it here. Now I can't use the block. No, move that. See, nothing like that. Because now I can't find. Well, your hands are done. This is not doing. That's what you're trying to avoid. It's something else. Right? So, what I have to do. Hey, did you try it? So, good. I'm trying to put a little bit of higher belts, bigger, stronger. You're doing it right, friends. I'm going to get your friend. And you can get your friend. Alright. Good. Once you got your friends, you're able to do it. Yeah. So if you bridge without those friends, you felt like, shit. So now you're going to do the same thing. You're going to feel connections. See, some of them. You're starting at 0, you're starting at negative. You're not stuck.
Think about what's the next
Okay.
prize.
You get the plan.
So that's it. So your shoulders, your neck. Yep. As soon as you start to tap the neck, you're gonna make me take these off.
There's a little time when you switch to your left. It's not
You
doing that.
gotta
Bridge.
control these.
Once you get your friends in,
Yeah.
keep your nice and close to your breast. And breathe over your ear.
That's fine. Because I find like, well, I would take this collar with the other hand and rip it across the next hand. Okay?
I follow you.
And then you could go into like, you could pull me flat.
Using this part of your body, that's the connection. Either make a fist or keep your hand up here, like that. The moment you go here, and I'm on the elbows on the mat, I roll this way, I'm going to accidentally hurt you.
Okay.
And it's going to be your fault. Because a lot of people do jump their hips. So I want this vertical karate chop or a fist. So and it's going to be on my hip bone. It's going to be this part of your form. So if you can this is posting on my shoulders. It's giving me a little wrist flipping in my neck, so I'm like pushing you. Neck your hand on my shoulder. Look, I put my hand here, and as you put your chin over my arm, over my hand.
You're trying to run away.
Give me that. So I want to feel this little wrist flick. The more I push into it, it's like a dog collar or choke collar. This has got to be good. Hands got to be connected here, and your wrist flicking in. Got frame. This is the frame I don't want. It's even less. It's more like right there in the front. Okay. That's your frame. Once you get here, bring your feet to your ass. You're gonna wrist lock yourself. I still do. See that everything I sleep
Finish here. Just grab it here. Arm over here somewhere. Instead of people closing this off, opening that up. Okay.
So the top person is giving you the control on the left leg is not muscle.
First thing I'm going to do is block the lips. But if I want you to run away, I don't want you to run away. They don't really care. So what I'm going to continue to do from here is just kind of keep pesky. You're going to continue to block.
Let's go back to that. Look at your right hand.
Do that.
Where you have it.
I'm just going to continue to work.
Your right hand
It's like a cheat. Yeah. So you're just like, go again?
We're trying. Okay.
So really, either one we doesn't have to say, he was just barely attacking Victor. What we can do is like push that ball and like flying across his face. I want to get you. Now I'm putting my shoulder on my head. I really want him to get it. But I'm doing this. The moment I start coming on your shoulder, you start giving me more over. Okay. So that's the thing with that. See you in the let it go.
Good.
That's the speed I need. Intentionally go so down. Oh, what? Now, on top doesn't matter what side. Give me your
What do you
perfect
guys
set.
know?
Right?
Don't think about winning. Think about the gauntlet and where you're at in the progression of the gauntlet. You start in advance and stay there. So don't think about winning. Okay, so move the hips. He's using his arms. You gotta get rid of the arms so that you can maintain control. Good.
Anytime I move, you just take that space. I don't want to feel pressure or feel connection.
Both you guys are better to just slow down a little bit. Yep. Okay, reset. That's okay, reset. Again. It's okay. If you slow down and the other guy doesn't and he gets you, who cares? Just make sure you see what's going on. Control hips first. You can move his hips, you can get out. And then you can go to the neck. Look at the arms that are bothering you, see how you want to address them. Good. Posture. You gotta sit back, guys. Yes. Recover that. Get rid of that arm. Push, pull. Yep. Good. Good pace with both of you guys. It's a learning pace. Good.
This is the thing.
Good. So if he doesn't protect his neck, fine. Come over.
Once you get
Okay,
your
okay,
I
okay.
got all my way up here.
Yeah. Better, that's a better pace. Better for both you guys. You're not giving up anything because he's gonna all of a sudden get you. You gotta learn to just be smooth. Putting up your defenses too. Go a little way.
So, if you try to slide this in, straight on, change your hand, push this foot close to your butt, drop this in, post and you're gonna bridge.
Good. Reset.
And all you need is a little bit of that knee on a little bit of my hip to extend and then bring that down. Okay? So, again, I was way up here. I was like, hop.
Maybe that arm back.
That is
Good.
the one and then follow through from top.
Again.
That is the real battle that you're fighting for. That
John, your posture already stops.
disengage.
You're all the way over like this.
Your hip switch allows you to reach further.
So you gotta, there you go.
I'm trying to get it from here.
Yeah.
Because you're trying to do it from here and don't reach this way. If you rotate your hips, just go close to yourself.
So let me show you guys something, just for giggles. This is, so you talk about wanting to use strength, so you're excited. So you're down. There's two ways to immobilize someone. One, you just lay 1,000 pounds on them, which both you guys like to do. Okay? The other way is, I just want you. Here, let's relax. Over there. Okay? I want you to bridge into me this way.
Yeah.
That gonna work for you? Right? Right? So this is another way to immobilize someone. No strength, just positioning. So yeah. So what you're trying to do here is do everything you got so you can't move. When if you just want to use this, no strength. You cannot come back into me. Right? You will try probably, and you'll probably bust a rib, like the rest of us all have. Right? But then you'll realize I can't do that. So when you guys are thinking about strength as a way to immobilize, remember you can also use position to immobilize. So again, if we're here and I'm trying to get this Americana or something, and it's like, right? But if I just move his arm up a little, oh, he's got zero strength here. There's nothing. So this is positioning. This is like, strength. It's just like, you know what? I've seen my coach do that a bunch. And I'm just going to take it up here. So, remember that.
Can I ask you a question about like what in your progression, like, where is it that you are engaging the strength and losing, like I'm supposed to use finesse and I'm supposed to use position?
So my big ones are, because we were working on side control on Monday, is that angle over the shoulder, both directions. Because like you were saying, I just go straight up. 9 times out of 10, I'll just go straight vertical. Or even on like takedowns, rather than shifting my body around their leg, I pull the leg in. I mean, I get there's some aspect of that, but like if I get stuck and it's not smooth, single or double, I'll try and just pull it in. Or that, like, if I can't get that arm underneath that Americana, I'll just try and muscle it versus going. I forget to take it above the head.
So we get to that, and this is where I was trying to show you with the side control. When someone gets to good side control position, the third adjustment, do this.
Sit up.
Judo side control. You're posting on my shoulder. If you start posting on this, you're pushing my head south, and you start doing a comic shoulder, I call it. You're gonna lift your feet, you're gonna rock out like doing a sit-up. Boom. You're gonna get swept, okay? And if you don't get swept, they're gonna close, it's gonna create space for you to shrink, right? So if you're on this top position, you start losing this position, I'm not gonna win anything by hugging you. This is what I want you guys to think of. If you're here, you start losing this position, your go-to move is post on their body, or post on the mat, and just bring that right knee back in, and then right back to side. So as he starts sitting up not really high, and he's doing an effective job, I got it. And that's all position, not strength. But we always like, oh, you're not coming up, bro. And that's when we lose it.
And that's where I get stuck is it's side control rather than adjusting the position and like being here instead of bringing that arm up, bringing it. I'll just get in that lock.
But that's the difference with he can squeeze me, he can store that shoulder just as a turn.
Yeah.
So this is what I want you to do is go from here and go that judo control for the spark hold, maybe, and bring your right knee up towards my shoulder. Right? So then as I come up here, and if I start getting that create space, and I start to do this comic sit-up, just bring that right knee back to my hip. It's time.
Yeah.
You didn't change anything other than that knee.
Yeah, my big problem is like, duh, I know that. Like, my brain just gets stuck in that tunnel vision on, gotta control it, gotta muscle the move out of it. Or like, even on throws, like, I can throw people, know how to do it. And so I'll get position them, like I'll lose it sometimes, and I'll just end up essentially just heaving them over with strength as opposed to the technique on it.
That's how you both get hurt. That's
Yeah.
And you're not doing it intentionally, it's just
No,
that's how
I just get stuck in that, and I'm trying to be better at just, it's the whole like white belt, like, okay, I got a grip, I can't let it go, fight, and then you're like, why am I holding this?
So when Scott made
I don't need that grip, I have a different one.
this is the grips that I want. That's not the grip I go. So when he starts fighting my grips, I go boom, and then he fights this one. We go one-on-one on third step.
Yeah. So my brain gets stuck on like I have an advantageous thing.
Yeah.
Why would I give it up? And I get stuck on the. Well, I don't really want to sing side. I don't want to cross. Why don't I just take that? Or
Grip, regrip. That's gonna save your knuckles.
yeah, that was like a huge change for me on that. It's just somebody breaks it. Okay, they've got both hands on one hand right here.
Yeah.
So now they got a free collar. Yeah.
His reaction.
Yeah.
Just like jab.
My brain gets stuck, like when I'm on the ground, of, okay, I was trying to do this thing, I'm just going to keep trying to do the same thing.
Yeah.
My brain gets stuck on, I'm trying to land this specific move, versus, like you're talking about, the post, the control, like those ones.
I would say you're probably right where you need to be. don't beat yourself up over it. I was probably right where you are at that point in my career also. So recognize it, work a little bit at each day, change your mindset to say, strength is not, I'm not here to win, I'm here to learn these techniques.
I think that's my big hiccup right now is, like when we roll in class, gotta remember.
Yeah.
And so I get stuck in that versus.
Well, you might, okay, like, this is gonna get a little deep. You might need to win. You might have had a shitty day. You might be here to take out your whole wrath on everybody else. And you might need to win so you go home and you feel better about yourself, right? You could go kick your dog, you could go beat me up, you could go do a lot of different things to feel good about that. And dude, there are days when we need that. But that is gonna limit your progression in jiu-jitsu.
I think it's where like I get stuck. It's not. A lot of the time, it's like I don't know. I come from here.
Yeah.
I can't get it right wing and he won.
Dude.
And so my brain gets stuck in that.
Tanner was here right now, he'd kick me out of the gym for saying what I'm saying. Because it's like, he's like that. And the 6 a.m. classes are like that. And that's why I'm here at 7:30 and not at 6 a.m. Because I have a different approach to it. Because I'm a little more broken down and I want to be here for a long time. And when I used to roll like that, I'd pop out my rib, I'd jack up my neck, I'd get a concussion, and it was like, it kept me off the mat. So I need to learn what you already have, which is that like, I'm not going to get up. It's like, hell no, I'm going to live and fight another day. I know how to get out and out. You both come out. I don't care. Right?
Not just for the military. You're doing that by I'm going to solve this objective, and I'm running that flank, and I'm running a thing here. I'm showing you show of force like I'm flanking. So this is where we're at. When you guys are rolling with me, and I'm like comfortable on my back. But he said, you got those fucking frames. I was comfortable until I got my frames, and then he felt the frames. Like, fuck, how do I, you know what I mean? And that's kind of what we're learning to do at purple belt and blue belt level. And you're just learning to survive it. You know.
I mean, I want to get a little roll in, I don't know, a little bit of a sweat. Let's go side control, let's just go, like you can go here, I'll go out. Next time somebody advances either way, then you're out, and then I'll work in. Yeah. No, go, and I'll sit. Okay. Well, somebody needs to sit out and rotate in.
So, just on your bottom, down bottom, and then when you're down bottom, you start control. Yep. You get to a better position now, bring on belly, and then you start a reguard. Reguard or wrestle. You start at 0, you just,
Whoa, Broncos. Cruisy.
If you slip, you just go ahead and reset. Get your frames handy. Try to strip, regard, get your knees in. turn it off automatically without changing your position? Anything? That's what's messing up. Bring your right knee to bring your left knee to your left elbow.
Who are you talking to?
So without changing your position, I just want you to bring your knee up. Nope, up towards his ear. There. So this is what you wanted to worry about that frame. So you're trying to negate that frame. You just got it back. Okay, and it's gripping, doing a good job gripping here. So close, get outside. You're good. You're good. You're good. Now, and I switch top to bottom. That'll be two for each of you. And try to coach him on how fast. Alright? Part of coaching also can help him learn. And if you listen to me, sit back and keep watching. Is this what you have?
No, I got thrown out.
That was because I couldn't bridge.
Switch.
Here's your own.
You're deaf gripping this. I got this now. I'm losing it. So you're losing it. Go back down. You got cross. Turn my head this way. Because I can fix this way too.
So when I get here, I'm not tight enough, and I let this come in, and maybe one of these come in, and I get
I
rolled.
want you to be snug. I want you to be tight. The moment you connect the knee, I got it. So in this position, you got this shoulder, you got this hip, right? So bring your head over to my shoulder. I can't do this. As you do this, I want you to swing. Get up on your left knee and then drive your right knee up. Get up on your left knee, and I want you to lift your right knee up just to the hip pocket. Not all the way to the That's all you need. You don't need a lot. Just like the bottom half of it. So right here, what is my reaction going to be? I'm going to turn into. The moment I turn into, I don't want you to shoot this across my hips, but I want you to shoot this knee down towards my crotch and my hips. Across.
All the way right.
Yeah, all the way. You're not going quarter. You're not going across. You're kind of like hitting my hip with the tip of your knee right here. And as I turn, you're leaning with your knee down off the
You're doing it. I'm not doing it.
I know. Now I'm going to do it because what my defense should be here once you get that knee on my head. And I'm blocking it. If you're driving my hips down, so it goes right on it. I'm not allowed to do that.
That push pull.
And you can see what he does. So this is both the top and bottom. I want you to learn control. And I want you to learn bottom. You guys are telling me like you're going to my friends in.
Yep, good.
This is probably your best thing to pick up. Making your hip a little bit.
Andy.
You're good.
Yeah.
Oh, you
You gotta go?
I gotta go. So, okay.
See you, buddy. Appreciate it.
It was a rough day. I'm back. You very nice.
we stay there,
Mr. Beater, John,
Thanks for having me.
yeah, seriously.
and I like
I like this learning.
so later,
A little bit.
Since 2017, I can't hurt myself. This is my favorite.
You control that, because not other people. So, if you tap, ask you guys stop, and not, they roll to the side. I don't know, if we're on the roll, sir. Okay? Throw a little text. That's up to you. So, feel free to tap, feel free to. We can ask you to get on this anytime.
Something's a little fast. We lost your.
Let's be on that. Let's be on
I'm
that.
trying to get more of the Japanese to come up.
Then,
So if you see any yellows, make sure you
Yeah,
got
I'll change
change.
it.
If you see any of the cops from the city, county, whatever, publicly shame them for not going to introduce it.
What do you care about wasn't Chamberlain like in the top?
Yeah, Japanese no, that hamstring is separate. Yeah, he comes to training. But none of the other guys do. None of the county guys do.
You think they'd be all over it just to make sure that.
Nice.
Right, and just you're not communicating, it's what happens is that it's the ego.
Because I have to hear my and yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Come on. Finish it. You stuck. I couldn't extend it out. Roll this way. I was laughing because when you grab the stand, I heard it last week. There's nothing you can do it, I just bent them all backwards and it's like a feels like a box truck, it's not hurt. Procedure got it. Of course, I always grab the hand, it's sore. That's why I had to take it up. Keep rolling, man.
Sorry, Johnny. You know, look. Oh!
You okay? Which one was it, your leg? Okay. I thought it was your hand. Oh, no, I'm good.
your foot up. Yeah.
I know it's hard to break it down for them. It's the same thing you said day one. It's just so. Didn't you, Josh? I feel sharing, yeah, it's fine. We're caught, that's what he wants to do.
Yeah.
Sharing, doing a lot.
But you gotta get to that point, exactly what you said, where you gotta want to improve more than you want to win. And that's, once you get there, you know, then you will improve.
And you know, because I told you the same thing. That's what Tanner was trying to get me out of. Like, now I'm comfortable at the bottom. I need to frame, get safe, wrestle up.
So you gave me one, that when you fell back in at the beginning. You won one, and then we had one towards about 5 minutes ago where I didn't stop, and I really tried to force the issue. And dude, I really think that those 50-50 scrambles are a matter